Hello everybody and welcome back to another PC Tech and Gaming video. My name is Kyle, and as you guessed by the title of this video and the screen in front of us, we are back in Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And today we're going to be doing a sightseeing flight in my home state of Tasmania, which has some of the best local scenery in the whole of Australia. Although it's not quite as well known as the usual haunts of Melbourne and Sydney and the like. But anyway, we're going to go and take another look at Tassie and some of our sites. So we'll go to our world map screen and set our departure airport as Hobart again. As far as flight conditions go, I'm going to go for live traffic, live weather. It's currently still light outside, but I might have to I'm gonna see when we get in game. But if it does get a bit dark, I'm gonna kind of swing the slider back towards making the day lighter, because obviously we can't go sightseeing in the dark. But this is the time that I am recording the video, and oh, there we go, it's kind of switched into dark. So actually we might go preset here, live weather, but we're going to turn the time back to about lunchtime, thereabouts. And as far as an arrival airport goes, let's see here. Because on today's flight, I want to take off from Hobart. I want to fly down over the Tasman Peninsula. So that's this part here of Tasmania. And have a look at the Capes, because we do have a walk in the southeastern part of Tasmania called the Three Capes Walk, which are these little things here, there, and there. So that should be some spectacular scenery as we come down the peninsula and have a look at them. Also around Pirates Bay here is pretty awesome scenery as well at Eaglehawk Neck. So we're going to be doing that, and then I want to take us down and over Bruny Island here, just to have a look at Bruny Island. And the Fluted Cape, which is around here. And then seeing how much time we have left by the time we do all that, I was going to try and duck up into the Southwest National Park here and have a look at quite a famous peak called Federation Peak, which is somewhere about here-ish. So I think this is an airport down here, I think. What is this? This is Bathurst Harbour Airport. It's a dirt airport, and it's only about 1,463 feet long. We could try landing there. But basically I want our flight to take off from Hobart, come down the Tasman Peninsula, over here to Bruny Island, across down through Bruny Island, over here, Federation Peak, and then down to the airport here. So yes, we're going to go for that. So let's set this as our arrival airport. As far as plane goes, turboprop, we're going to go for the Daher TBM 930 this time. Main reason I want to go for this plane is it's a fair bit quicker than the Cessna Grand Caravan I used in the last video, so this time we're going to use that one. We might be able to get a bit more speed. So that's our aircraft. Only one livery, 50% fuel's fine, no failures, and we're going to have our tail number as A326. So there we go. That's going to be our flight. Let's load in. It's going to be interesting to see this part of Tasmania in the game, bearing in mind I am running the game on ultra settings and at 2K resolution. So you guys are going to be seeing the best that possibly can be seen from this simulator, from these parts of the world. I also am running a Ryzen 9 3900X CPU and 16 gig of DDR4 3200 MHz RAM. So I'm about as close as getting the best performance out of this software as I possibly can. I'm just hoping we're going to be able to land at that airport at the end. I'm a little bit sketchy about that. I've never landed on that airport before. I've never even seen it in real life, but we'll see. We will see how we go. So obviously, I'm not going to do operating this plane completely by the book. I'm not a by the book pilot, and this is more of a sightseeing flight than it is a by the book flight. I plan to do some videos later on down the track that are more by the book, but for the purpose of this flight, we will just get the plane off the ground and get to our destinations. So here we are, back at Hobart Airport, my local airport, my local hometown of Hobart, and there's our plane. We're ready to fly. Our engine is fired up. Let's disengage parking brake, which I've done using my joystick. Oh! Speaking of joystick, I've now realised that it's not working again. So I'm going to have to load all the way back out of the game and come all the way back in again. Ah, this is the second time it's not picked up my joystick. Okay. Alright guys, sit tight, and through the magic of video editing, I'll be back in a moment. And here we are guys, we are back and my flight control stick is now working again. I should really learn from that and keep a watch out for that for future videos. Anyway, here we are again. Back in our plane, our dasher to her. So yes, joysticks button 5 to disengage brakes. Let's do that. Perfect, and let's take off. So as I was saying before, the advantage of this particular plane versus the Grand Caravan we were using before is that this one is quicker, allowing us to get where we want to go much faster.
Stall. Stall.
And we're off.
Stall. Stall.
Air 326 continue for west departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
Stall. Stall.
And we're going to bring our flaps up. And we're going to bring our landing gear up.
Frequency change approved.
Let's contact air traffic control.
Hobart Tower Dare Alpha Tree 26 frequency change.
So we're going to follow the highway down the Tasman Peninsula. So we're going to go across here. This is where the causeway is. As you can see, all the cars are driving over the water, but there's actually a causeway there. And this bit of land we're passing over right here with these houses on it, this is called Midway Point, because it's midway between Cambridge and Sorrel, which is on the other side. And we have another sunken causeway coming over here. I can assure you that it's not really sunken in real life. And here we are, this is the little town of Sorrel, on the southeastern edge of Hobart. So we're going to go over Sorrel and we're going to follow the Tasman Highway down here, which is this main road that's just beneath us, which I'm tracking along. This is kind of cool flying above a road which I've driven so many times. So we're tracking away. Down to the peninsula we go. Following the road. We should get there a lot quicker in a plane than a car, I would have thought. It's amazing how accurate things are in this game.
Overspeed.
Oh,
Overspeed.
we're overspeeding.
Overspeed.
There we go. So now we're passing... I think this might be the town of Dunalley. Maybe. Or maybe not. Nope, not quite yet. We're getting ever closer to the peninsula. I may have lost the main highway. I think I did lose the main highway and followed another road somehow. Oh well, no matter, we're still going the right direction. The overall right direction. So I just want to go over this way, because that's the town of Dunalley to our right, and I just want to come in from the correct angle. So if any of you guys are watching that kind of know this area, you might be able to see where we're going here. So if we come back around, yep. So this is we've rejoined the highway again. And this is the town of Dunalley. Down here. But down the very bottom there we can see that little canal which connects from one side to the other. The little canal of water with the bridge going over it. That's Denison Canal and that's man-made. So let's go over this way. And down here we have this beach looking out at Dunalley Bay. And now we're flying over the first peninsula, because the Tasman Peninsula is connected to the Forrester Peninsula, and that's what we're going over now, the Forrester Peninsula. So we're still following the highway. We haven't got to the most scenic part of the Tasman Peninsula yet. So remember guys, this is purely a sightseeing flight, as I'm not taking the absolute direct path to the airport. Just want to see what some of our local scenery looks like. I'm going to try and avoid going up in the clouds up there. If the clouds do become a little bit annoying, I could change the weather mid-flight to be clear skies. At least I think I can anyway. So, we're just coming up on Eagle Hawk Neck. Just going to slow the plane down a bit so we can get a good look at the scenery as we fly over. I mean, definitely not the clouds. We don't want to get up in the clouds. So remember guys, apart from turning it to the middle of the day, I've set it for live weather. So currently what you're seeing is actually the weather at the moment. So down we come. This is Eagle Hawk Neck. And what you see down here to the left, this round bay with the beach going around, that's Pirates Bay. And the thin isthmus connecting the Forrester Peninsula to the Tasman Peninsula is known as the Neck. And that's what we're passing over right now, is the Neck. And we're going to leave the highway there and we're going to track around the coast. And take a look at some of the capes. So this tiny little bit of town we're passing over here is called Dewtown. So we're passing over Dewtown and we're going to track out here to the... I'm just going to turn us around and come back around again because I want to get a good look at the coast. Yep. Losing too much altitude. Don't want to crash. Perfect. This is what I want. This coast up here is a bit of a shipwreck coast. There's lots of, back in olden days, lots of ships did crash up around here. Now we're travelling down the coast. Nope, don't want to get up at the clouds. Going to see where we are on our trusty map. I'm pretty sure that's one of the capes there, Cape Hoy, but doesn't look quite like that in real life, but almost. Now I'm going to see if we can track back around. Track back around this way. Be nice to oh, don't want to go in the clouds. Fly. We'll keep going this way. I wouldn't mind flying over Port Arthur to see what that looks like. Now I'm going to try and track back into Port Arthur. Let's take a look at the map again to see where we are exactly on the peninsula. Oh yep, we're going the right way to see Port Arthur. As I believe it's around about here. And after we do that, we're going to duck over to Bruny Island over here. So we'll keep tracking this same course. Speed back up a bit. I'm pretty sure Port Arthur is over here. Yes, I can see it.
Landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear.
No, we don't want landing gear.
Landing gear.
And here is Port Arthur down here. For all of you that know what it is. The old penal settlement.
Landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear.
And there we go. And that does the Tasman Peninsula. So now we're going to track off to Bruny Island, which over here. Flying over the beautiful Tasmanian scenery. bear in mind I'm flying at the moment all with the joystick. Not using the autopilot at all.
Overspeed. 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 Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing
Nope.
gear.
It loves to say different things depending on where I've got the throttle set. Yep, we're tracking the right direction. We're gonna drop ourselves in over the top of North Bruny. I wonder if I need to trim... I need to... trim the nose down a bit, but... I have a feeling I trimmed it too far down. As now the plane just wants to angle down all the time. I'll change that to be a bit... It's a really fine line between up and down, that's for sure. Okay, so this is Bruny Island out in front of us. That's a bit better. It's amazing what having a trimmed aircraft can do for you. Okay, so we're coming in over North Bruny. And this is a very famous island in Tasmania. Gets an awful lot of tourist traffic. Probably one of the most famous destinations in southern Tasmania. For all its cheese, honey, wine, and scenic sights. And there's the Bruny Island Airstrip. Which is quite legitimate, as you can do scenic flights off of Bruny Island here. Have been tempted to do one myself one day. So now as we fly down Bruny Island, this is the neck. This is a very famous part of Bruny Island. There's quite a good lookout too that you can climb to halfway down the neck here. And I believe it's about kind of right where we're flying over, right there. And now we'll fly out this way. And we're flying into what's known as Adventure Bay at Bruny Island. And off to our left, you can see here, this is the Fluted Cape. And there's a walking track up there that goes from about here all the way up there. And this bay that you see in here, this is called Adventure Bay. And this is where the famous Captain Bligh set anchor. Look at that. Nope, don't want to roll the plane. Now we want to fly out here, out past the Fluted Cape. There we have the Fluted Cape. Okay, so that's our look at Bruny Island. I think these clouds are becoming a bit pesky. They're really low altitude now. I might have to get rid of them entirely. So now we are going to track into the Southwest National Park, and I think it's around here somewhere that Federation Peak is. Or maybe there? I don't know, we'll have to see when we get over there, but we're gonna head over to the Wild Wild West. I think I'm gonna change the weather here because this is getting a bit constricting now. So here is my changing the weather. Let's turn it off live. Turn it during the day. And clear skies, thank you. Oh, and there we go. And we've got clear skies. And now you can see us flying over Bruny. And what a spectacle it is. We should have just done clear skies to begin with. Oh well, we still did see what we wanted to see. suppose while we're here, we might as well take a look at the southern end of Bruny. And take a look at where the lighthouse is. Yep. Wow, this game is so gorgeous. It's unfathomable how gorgeous it is. So we're just going to make a flyby over the top of Lighthouse Bay, which is the bay we're coming up to about here, and the lighthouse is about there. And here we go, flying over where Bruny Island Lighthouse is. And now off to the southwest, a most treacherous area of Tasmania indeed. Get some speed on. So our next aim is to go see Federation Peak. So I'm just trying to see where it is via using Google Maps on my phone in front of me and trying to make sure we kind of get close to it. I believe we're on track. off we fly into the largest national park in Tasmania, known as the Southwest National Park. It's far better sightseeing in this plane than the Grand Caravan we were using yesterday, only for the sheer fact it gets places a lot quicker. I didn't want to use a jet for the sightseeing as, well, I don't think jets are really a sightseeing kind of plane. I wonder if we will see the Western Arthurs when we go over here too, which is a famous ridge of mountains. But our aim is to see Federation Peak, as I plan to do the Western Arthurs in another video that will include Cradle Mountain. So now we really enter the rugged Tasmania. Where bushwalkers have actually gone missing and never to be seen again in this part of Tassie. From inside the aircraft. Wow. Would you have a look at that landscape? It's pretty amazing. And we're having to fly a fair bit higher, about 4,500 feet. Now I've got a feeling up here let me double check. I believe that this here is Federation Peak, right here. One of the highest peaks in Tasmania. You can only get there, of course, by bushwalking. Now this is a pretty impressive landscape. No wonder people can can go missing out here. Okay, so we've done our flight over the Tasman Peninsula and over Bruny Island and up to Federation Peak. And now we're going to land at our airport of choice. So yeah, off we go towards the airport. Better contact IFR clearance.
Melbourne Center, Dare Alpha Tree 261, 3 miles northeast of Yankee Bravo Hotel Bravo. Request IFR to Yankee Bravo Hotel Bravo. Ready to copy. Dare Alpha Tree 26 is cleared to Yankee Bravo Hotel Bravo Airport as filed. Squawk 3056.
Awesome, we've got our clearance.
Dare Alpha Tree 26 cleared to Yankee Bravo Hotel Bravo Airport as filed. Squawk 3056. Dare Tree 26 read back correct. Radar contact 6,000 feet. Altimeter 29er, 2 turn right heading 225. Proceed on course climb and maintain 8,000 feet.
They want us to what? Turn right?
Turn right heading 225. Proceed on course climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Dare Tree 26.
Oh, I think because we might have chosen an approach angle that was coming in this way.
Dare Tree 26, you are 9 miles east. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors. Visual runway tree 0 approach.
Now this is going to be interesting, landing on this little airport. I think it's a dirt strip. So I don't know how we're going to go identifying this airport. I might want to just come out a bit. Maybe let's it over there. That little dirt strip you can see.
Dare Tree 26, did you copy? Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors. Visual runway tree 0 approach. Dare Tree 26.
Now I believe in real life that this airport is used to drop bushwalkers out in the Southwest National Park and in turn pick them up as well. So So we're coming back around. Better drop the landing gear. In case we try and land without landing gear, that would be interesting.
Dare Tree 26, please expedite your climb to 8,000 feet.
How about no? I think dropping our landing gear has provided a bit of drag that we need to slow down. Now, finding this airstrip is going to be the next problem.
326, please expedite your climb to 8,000 feet.
How about no?
Melbourne Center.
Oh, there it is.
326 requesting vector to next waypoint.
There's the airport.
Dare 326, turn left, heading 070.
Bathurst Harbour Airport. Let's drop our flaps. Let's slow us down.
Dare 326, did you copy?
I copy alright.
Turn left, heading 070, Dare 326. Dare 326 airport is 2 miles and you're 12 o'clock. Maintain present heading and altitude, report runway in sight.
Oh, we can see the runway alright.
Maintain present heading and altitude, Dare 326. Dare 326 climb and maintain 2,000 feet.
Oh, we're gonna fall short. A bit more thrust. Oh, a bit of a bumpy approach going on.
Dare 326, please acknowledge.
In the middle of landing, fella.
Stall.
Whoa!
Stall.
And there we have it. We have landed at Bathurst Harbour Airport. Or more like bounced. Wasn't quite as smooth as my landing yesterday at Launceston Airport. I suppose we might as well park up over here. Might bring the flaps up. Might engage the parking brake. Park brake is on, perfect. And we might shut down the engines. Are we shutting down the engines? What's the control for auto shutdown? We want instruments and systems, engines. And we want, shift control E for auto stop. Shift control E. And we are off. And shutting off electrics. Just to quieten down that beeping. And here we are! We are at Bathurst Harbour. deep in Tasmania's Southwest National Park. Fantastic. We made it. Flight plan achieved. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you dropped a like, but please feel free to drop a dislike if you didn't. And of course, if you like the content from the channel, please subscribe. It would also mean an awful lot. But once and for all, as always, thanks so much for watching. And yeah, I guess I will see you guys next time.